Welcome back, everybody. BJ here from BJ Drinks Beer. Back with another Saturday night with BJ. Thank you, thank you. Pop that up. That's the full thumbnail. I had to cut it off so it fit into their size requirements, but that's okay. Yeah, I've got a few lined up for tonight. I'm not feeling too great, so we'll see what I get to. But after a couple more sips of this, I'm going to start it off with one from Wanderbeck Beer Works. It's not a new one. It is returning. Hey, what's up, Kettleheads? How you doing? It is returning this year. It's tweaked, but it's the same beer from what I hear. But hopefully they didn't change too much because I loved this one last year. Get to it. So this one is an 8.2% double IPA, and it's called that way. Oh, no, that way. Risk Management. Don't do it. Oh. All right. Well, the aroma is jumping out of the glass, as well as the beer. Let's switch that up. On the nose. All sticky now.
One hour later.
Thank you. On the nose. Definitely picking up some fruity notes, maybe slight bitterness, but let's see. Definitely like some kind of. It definitely has a jammy aroma to it. Some citrusy notes, maybe a little bit of. Yes. Oh yeah. I got. Let me put a light behind it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah, a little citrus, little tropical, some jammy notes in there, minimal bitterness. Let's give it a try. Okay, yeah. Has like very juicy. Up front, you're getting notes of tropical fruit, maybe a little white grape. Um, yeah, you get those jammy notes. Fades into a little bit of back end bitterness, but that back end bitterness. I don't know what hop might be causing that flavor, but it's very similar to oh, very nice, King Su. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't had anything from Toppling Goliath in a while. We tried them out at my store, and they, just weren't really selling that great. Um, but I remember the liquid was excellent. Yeah, the bitterness on the back end is a lot more astringent than I remember. Not quite as bitter, just more astringent. Not as clean. Also, it does that. The back end bitterness doesn't seem as clean, if that makes any sense at all. Very easy drinking for 8.2. Um, you don't get any kind of booziness or anything. Just the juiciness up front. It fades into that bitterness. Yeah, very light on the palate. Um, despite the haze, it doesn't sit that heavy on the palate. Pretty solid. um, yeah, the back end bitterness definitely stays with you and keeps you coming back for more. The juiciness, all the tropical notes and such fade very fast, and yeah, you're left with that back end bitterness. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. Thank you, Rick. I actually had a customer come up to me this past week and he said, "What are you getting ready for the holiday season? What are you playing Santa Claus?" I was like, "Yeah, I really got to shave this thing off. It's getting a little crazy." So I will be shaving it off soon. I will not be doing the whole Santa Claus thing. If it isn't the Danger Ginger.
Rick Blade has finally appeared while I'm here. Thank God.
Been waiting for that moment for months now. uh, thank you, thank you. It helps with the algorithm, and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And while you're at that, why don't you give my other channel a follow? BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. On YouTube and Twitch, and also Instagram, where every week, it's on Sunday, we do a live stream discussing the events that transpired in wrestling over the course of that week, and much, much more. In fact, there might be a new show coming soon. We'll see. Oh yeah, forgot about that. When I won the SPO, well, you know. I'm sorry, Rick. It won't happen again. I have too much fun with AI.
Oh yeah!
You've had this one or anything from Wanderbeck? Why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it? This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you would like to find this one, you can find this one at Joe Canals in Marlton, and hopefully as well as any respectable liquor store in South Jersey. Rating. Rating. I'm definitely enjoying this one, but if I remember correctly, I enjoyed it a little bit more last time. I know they maybe switched up a couple hops. I know the brewer said that he tweaked it a little bit, fine tuned it. Uh, but I don't know if I remember correctly. I think I prefer last year's version. Having said that, though, I'm going to give this one a 4.75 out of 5. This one is excellent stuff. The only reason I didn't give it a perfect 5 is the bitterness on the back end is, like I said, it's a little more astringent, and I don't know. I don't remember. I remember the back end bitterness being a little more clean in last year's version. Like I said, still excellent, but I preferred it last year, just by a little bit. We are all marks. You haven't had anything from Wanderbeck Beer Works, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. You will not be disappointed, especially if your thing is lagers. That's what they specialize in, and they do them better than anyone I've ever come across. But if you're into IPAs, do not worry. They make some of the best that I've had. This one is definitely one of them. Also, try Extra Cromulent if it's around still, Perfectly Cromulent. They've got some amazing IPAs, but their lagers are probably some of the best I've come across. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time, cheers. But don't go anywhere. We're hanging out. I'm just getting into it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 more beers. I'm not going to drink them all tonight. I don't want to get hammered or anything. But I have 5 or 6 more beers to review. No THC tonight. No THC salesman came in and gave me samples, so it was all beer guys. So I guess it's getting drunk tonight, not high. Who knows?
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That's right. No THC for me. All right. I know. So I have one from Samuel Adams. I think it's brand new. It's they kind of redid the holiday white ale, and now it's the winter white ale. I don't know if they changed the beer any. I think from what I've gathered, it's a brand new beer. I don't know how different it is from the holiday white ale, but I've never had the holiday white ale, so that will make a difference. Yeah, I've got that. But next, next up, I got one from Neck of the Woods, and it is a peanut butter stout, I believe. So let me go ahead and grab that. What else do I have? Oh, and I have a couple from New Trail, a couple collabs from New Trail, one with Tonewood, and a couple more. They had a variety pack, and all of the beers in the variety pack are New Trail collabs with another brewery. And the Tonewood, there's a collab with Tonewood in there. And if anybody watches my stuff, they know Tonewood is, in my opinion, the best brewery in South Jersey. And their beer is, it speaks for itself. I've had one beer from them that was less than amazing, and that was just because compared to everything else they do, it was boring. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab that peanut butter stout. Stay tuned and enjoy. What do I got? What am I putting on here? Yeah, we'll do. Fair enough. So this one is from Neck of the Woods. Ooh, wow. There we go. So this one's from Neck of the Woods. It is a 6.8% peanut butter stout, and it's called Nutcase. And this one does contain nuts. Okay, so I gotta peel off this sample sticker here to actually read it.
1 hour later.
Yeah, right? I wish I would have thought of this. Oh, it came off very easy. I'll put that right there. All right. A chocolate peanut butter stout, because some folks call it beer when they really mean boozy dessert. It's where your inner child and your inner adult meet for a high five. That is hilarious. I really enjoyed that little write up there. I really got to wash this tablecloth. As you can see, no need to put a light behind it. It is definitely a stout on the nose. Okay, so it's. I always complain when there's something peanut butter flavored, and it's more of a Butterfinger peanut butter than a Reese's peanut butter. But this one, excuse me, it comes off as more of a natural peanut butter, like an unsweetened, taste more of the peanut kind of peanut butter. And I hope it tastes the same. Let's give it a try. Yeah, just like in the aroma, it's a very natural tasting peanut butter. Not overly sweet, which can be a huge problem with a lot of these peanut butter flavored beer. Even in the aftertaste, it's a natural peanut flavor. Doesn't really have a lot of sweetness to it at all. Definitely dark and roasty. It's got that richness to it. But yeah, not overpowering, not boozy at all. I mean, it's only a 6.8% or so. You wouldn't really expect to get too much booziness. But of course, in a stout that's rich, you're not going to taste that. It's going to mask any of that flavor. But I really am enjoying that it's got minimal sweetness. Usually with a beer like this, it's just too much, and it's a kind of a one and done thing. But with this one, I could see having a few. Oh yeah, this can is great. There's another can, and I think I deleted the picture off of. Yeah, I'm not sure I have the picture, but I can pull it up. There's another can that I love the artwork, and it's very similar to this. But I'll get to that after this. Um, Not the heaviest on the palate. Very easy drinking though. The only thing that slows you down is that little. There's a little bit of back end. I wouldn't quite say bitterness, but with the lack of sweetness up front, it just kind of stays dry throughout, and you get that dryness on the back. Yeah, this is a very good alternative to all of those stouts out there that are too desserty, if you know what I mean. Like this one, I wouldn't even call it really a peanut butter stout. It's just like a peanut stout. uh, yeah, it doesn't have the sweetness you would imagine, and I actually like. Some people might be disappointed it's not sweet enough. You know what I mean? I get that, but personally, this one I'm really enjoying just the subtlety of it. It's very straightforward and just it's more so a grown up's peanut butter stout than a kid's peanut butter stout. Yeah, as the palate adjusts, um, very smooth. very rich, not very sweet. Yeah, it's a refreshing change. It's not refreshing at all, but it's a refreshing change from what you would expect from a peanut butter stout. I'm just repeating the same thing now. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And all. And also, while you're at it, why don't you give my other channel a follow? BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, where every week at Sunday, usually at 5 o'clock, we have a live stream discussing the events that transpired during Man. We have a live stream discussing the events that transpired in wrestling over the course of that week, and much, much more than that. Maybe a new show might be popping up sometime in the near future. Who knows? But stay tuned because we have much more come. Yeah. Rating. I hope they're cool with usage. I think I just got distracted.
That would be on me then, because I didn't know what that one was and I just hit it.
No worries. It's fine. I could just mute out whatever. I was sipping at that point anyway, so. Anyway, yes, rating. I'm going to give this one a 4.25 out of 5. It is everything you would want out of a peanut butter stout if you don't want it to be overly sweet. It's it leaves you with a very pleasant peanut flavor, not peanut butter, just straight natural peanut. Which I really prefer over the cloyingly sweet peanut butter. Like, I think I had something from Southern Tier, and it was just like, it was so sweet, it didn't even taste like peanut butter. And there have been other peanut butter stouts that I've tried where I got excited, the can looked cool, peanut butter porter, peanut butter stout, I'm all about it. And I try it, and it's like, eh. But no, this one, it's what I'm looking for in a peanut butter stout. One of the best peanut butter beers I've ever had. My all-time favorite, though, is definitely, which is not available in New Jersey anymore, or at least, oh yeah, it's not available in New Jersey at all anymore. It's Horny Goat, their chocolate peanut butter porter. Phenomenal stuff. If you're in the Milwaukee area or anywhere else and you can find that, definitely grab it. But that is totally different than this one. That one is on the sweeter side. This one, like I said, the sweetness is not there. And being someone who doesn't eat sweets at all and someone who, prefers things to be a little less sweet is right up my alley. If you haven't had anything from Neck of the Woods, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. Their Their Stay in the Car Frank, their IPA, their flagship IPA, everyday IPA. I could drink it every day. Very good stuff. I get about a 6-pack of that every week, maybe every week or two, in rotation with everything else. Excellent stuff. And honestly, I've had a lot from them lately, and I haven't had one that I didn't like. They're really killing it nowadays. I was going to say something about that, but I don't care. I'm really enjoying what they're doing nowadays. It's I what was it? I know I tried their pumpkin porter, coffee pumpkin porter. Yeah, it was Dunkachino. Stay in the Car Frank has been great. We also just got Stay in the Sleigh Frank, which is a winter IPA at Joe Canals in Marlton. We got we got Fun, which is an amazing oh, excuse me, mixed berry sour. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. In relation to the, the can art here. Ooh, I didn't pour the rest of that. I wanted to show you some new can art that it's along these lines, and I really liked it. It really makes me want to try the beer. I just gotta get to the spot. It's in my new arrivals video, so I just gotta. Oh, I passed it. There it is. Can I pause? Can I? Yeah. Nope. Can't pause. All right. Here it comes.
Delicious. Delicious. 6.5% pickleback sour. Oh, yeah.
Yes. That can art cracked me up when I saw it, and I definitely want to try that one also. Whew. All right. Did I rate it? Yeah, I rated it. If you haven't had, I did that. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. But stick around, everybody. I am not finishing that right now. It's way too thick and heavy. So I am going to go ahead. I'll finish it later. Oh, I don't have the Stone Cold one loaded up in here, do I? No, I don't.
You get
So
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
thinking next up, there was in that new trail pack. I don't remember who the collabs were. I know Tonewood did a collab. I mean, it's right over there. I could look, but instead, I'll just sit here and talk about it for a minute. Tonewood did a hazy IPA collab with them. I might get to that tonight. There was a coffee stout by, like, I think Thunder Bay or Old Thunder or something like that was the collab brewery. I don't remember the other two, like who the collabs were with, but there was a hazy double and a West Coast Pilsner, which I don't know which one of those I want to start with, but I think next up I'm going to go with the Sam Adams, the winter white ale, white lager, winter. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. All right, sit tight. Let me see. What do I got? What do I want to hear? Yeah, let's do. Do I not have it loaded up on? How do I not have that one loaded up? That's like one of my favorites. I know, right? Well, here we'll go with this one then. So so this one is from Samuel Adams, brewer, patriot. Uh, it's called Winter White Ale, spiced and citrusy, 5.7% ale brewed with spices. I think this one is brand new. It's not the Holiday White Ale from last year. So, yeah, let's get into it. Cheers, last beer. Let's go Sixers. Um, Black Rye IPA. Uh, um, we just got, what is it, Firestone Wookie Jack. I think that's a Black Rye IPA. People go nuts for that style. You don't see it too often, and when you do, like, it doesn't stick around for long. Well, what was that from Wanderbeck? Yeah, I made a mess. Uh, yeah, risk management. Well, if you're saying you missed it, you can always go back and watch it. That's not a big deal. But yeah, I did make a mess with risk management. I did not manage my risk well. Anyway, uh, as you can see, it's a little darker than you would expect from a lager, but then again, it's spiced, although they don't indicate what spices are used. Oh, Wayward Lane. Okay, not familiar with them. Yeah, so people go nuts for that Firestone one. It's crazy. All right.
Yeah.
Winter may be chilly, but this festive ale balances bright orange peel with holiday spices like cinnamon and nutmeg to warm up even the coolest temperatures and help you celebrate the season. Okay. All right. That gets me a little psyched for this one. Uh, on the nose. Oh yeah, picking up that nutmeg heavy. Maybe a hint of the cinnamon. Not really getting the orange peel at all, and no sign of the base. Just all spice in the aroma. Let's give it a try. Okay. For the intensity of for the intensity of the aroma, it's actually very refreshing that the spices are very toned down and they're not overpowering in this one. Having said that, this is a one and done. I'm not going to sit there and drink a couple back to back. You would think at 5.7% that, like, you know, if you grab a six pack, you're going to have a couple. This one in particular, I think the spices are just a little too heavy for me to sit there and have multiple of this one. Um, but I mean, excellent flavor. It's very subtle. The cinnamon isn't very forward. You do get a lot of the nutmeg, not a lot of the cinnamon, maybe a hint of the orange peel. And just like in the aroma, none of the base. Um, maybe a hint of the wheat is coming through a little bit, but even though the flavors are very toned down and subtle, uh, it's a very it's still very flavorful. Um, yeah, but I don't know. It's a little too festive for me. And honestly, coming off of pumpkin spice season, it's a very similar spice combination. So anything like holiday spiced or warming spiced is kind of just too similar to pumpkin spice for me. So I don't typically drink a lot of holiday spiced ales. When they're available, I'm just coming off of pumpkin season, and most years that's meant that I've had a different pumpkin beer every day in October. I'm so happy I didn't do that this past year, but yeah. So I'm not like huge on the holiday spice, the warming spice, but this is well executed. A lot of them can be just too overpowering and just too cloyingly sweet. This one is none of those things. It remains very easy drinking, very smooth on the palate. But yeah, just a little too much. Um, I don't really have much of a basis for comparison. Like I said, I didn't have the holiday white ale, which I would imagine is pretty similar to this, if not the same thing. Um, and I don't typically, as I explained, I don't typically drink a lot of holiday spiced ales. So I haven't had anything like this. I don't think I did any holiday spiced ales last year, so it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've had anything holiday spiced. But having said that, um, forget what I was going to say. If you've had this one or anything else from Sam Adams, why don't you leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it? This one sounds good, sounds interesting, sounds like something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you'd like to find this one, you could probably find this one anywhere in the country that sells beer. But specifically, you can find this one at Joe Canals in Marlton. Rating. Oh, I did my plugs all wrong. You can tell I'm starting to get a little tipsy because I'm starting to do my plugs wrong. I'm sorry, Rick. Yes, now it is Buzz Santa Claus. All right. Well, I'll just fake it with with that part. I'm going right into the rating. I'm reckless tonight. Rating. Very good for what it is, just not something I'm into. So my rating might not be you know, the most accurate, but I'm gonna give this one a 3.5 out of 5. It's not horrible. And the worst part about it is better in this than it is in most other beers of a similar style. The the spices are very toned down. They're too much for me, but they're very toned down. With in most other holiday spiced ales, you're blown away with spices. So I can appreciate that. But yeah, this one just isn't for me. 3.5 out of 5. If you haven't had anything from Samuel Adams, do you even drink beer? Yeah, man. If you haven't had Boston Lager, it's something as a craft beer drinker or even a domestic drinker who likes to experiment once in a while. It's a rite of passage. Um, their cherry wheat, I don't know. I loved it like 20 years ago. Haven't had it in a while, but it's very popular in my store. But what really sets Sam Adams apart from most other breweries is their seasonals. Their Jacko, their Oktoberfest in the fall, their winter white ale, their not holiday, their winter white ale, and their winter lager, and Old Fezziwig in the winter. Their cold snap in the spring. Their porch rocker and summer ale in the summer. Like Boston Lager. I sell a little bit of it at the store here and there, but when these come out, they fly off the shelf. Yeah, Sam Adams for blah, blah. Yeah, Sam Adams really knows what they're doing right there, and they make a very good beer. This one in particular isn't for me though. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. I think I have one more in me. I want to get into that new trail pack. I just haven't decided yet which one I want to go for. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to one more and done. Old Thunder. I'm trying to think of the coffee stout. You know what? I shouldn't even just. I should play it smart here and not pick randomly. So not the double IPA and not the 9.5% coffee stout. So it's between the Tonewood collab and the West Coast Pilsner. West Coast Pilsner is one of my favorite styles, and Tonewood is one of my favorite breweries. So this is a really tough call right now. I'm going to deliberate over the rest of this. I wish I had the Jeopardy themes queued up right now, but that would probably get me a copyright. Just reading back through the chat tonight. Pretty active. Good to see Kettleheads in the house. Haven't seen him on a stream in a while. Last beer, always great to see him on stream. Of course, Rick played. He's back. We found him. Well, we already found him, but we found him. Yeah, I should have really let this one warm up a little bit more. In fact, my homeboy Thrash, who hooked me up with this sample, works for Neck of the Woods. He actually told me, he was like, leave this one out for a little bit, and I totally forgot. But now that I'm getting back to it, and it's not very close to room temperature, it's maybe a few degrees cooler than room temperature at this point. Which, what's it, 78 in here? So this is probably but I'm just kidding. It is 73 though, but yeah, I don't keep my heat that high. Now that I have let it get to temperature, I'm definitely picking up a different, maybe not a different flavor profile, but it's definitely opening things up. So no difference in, like, there's no like hidden sweetness in there or anything, but he was right. I should have taken it out about half an hour before I started, but I totally forgot. But now that, like, you know, it's what, half an hour later, I see where he's coming from. There's no changes in the notes or anything. It's just the flavors have intensified a little bit more. Whew. All right. Yeah, I think just to avoid being super hungover in the morning, I'm gonna go with the West Coast Pilsner, and not the IPA. But hey, great. So I'm not drinking the Tonewood one tonight. That'll be next week. But I'm going to end the stream with a beer of one of my favorite styles right now. So I win. What am I even talking about? All right. I'm determined to finish this first, though. I did. My producer's slacking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's why. I don't have a lot of sound effects loaded up in here. That's okay. I will be right back. I don't think. Yeah, that's not something I'm gonna finish. If anyone wants that, come on over. You get half a beer. Still cold. You got about half an hour before it's like not cold. Hey, what's up, Thomas Metal? How you doing, my man? All right, Wanderback first said they want the West Coast pills, and they make an amazing West Coast pill. So I understand why they want to see my take on, another West Coast pills. But then they're like, no, both. And Wanderback, I've already had a risk management. I started the night with a risk management, and then I had this 6.8 percenter, and well, that didn't really do too much. But like, I'm already starting to get a little tipsy. After a pilsner, I think I might be able to put back. It's only like 6 something percent. All right, so I'm going to start with the West Coast Pilsner. Thank you, Wanderback. Um, Thomas Metal, yes, living the dream, as we all are. Some of us are living nightmares, but regardless, it's still a dream. And that's not me, by the way. Used to be. Everything's all good now. I'm going to go and get the West Coast Pilsner. I'll be right back. Tune selection. I haven't gotten the creepy season out of me yet, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. So this one is from New Trail in collaboration with Human Robot. Okay, wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm gonna try that again without the reaction there. So this one is from New Trail in collaboration with Human Robot. It is a West Coast Pilsner. Oh, sorry. Citrus infused West Coast Pilsner. It is 5%, and it's called Expanse. Oh, there we go. Bad name. I like the Bears. See if there's anything to read. So it's hopped with Citra, Talus, and Simcoe, and lager brewed with lemon peel and orange peel. Okay, so West Coast indicating, excuse, West Coast indicating, the hop variety and possibly the malt, but I wouldn't expect uh, the adjuncts of lemon peel and orange peel with a West Coast Pilsner. I get it. I understand the astringency, the bitterness, the dryness, the flavor, the citrusy flavor. I get it, but yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, I'll shut up now. All right, so that is just about the color you would expect from Pilsner. Um, it doesn't say on the can, but I would imagine. I mean, yeah, agreed. Like, I would imagine this is double dry hopped. It just doesn't indicate that on the actual can. I'm glad they list the hops. I mean, typically you're lucky to get hops. I mean, I love it when they list everything they can. You know what I mean? And Tonewood, who I might get to that tonight, who does a collab with New Trail, on their cans they list everything, all the ingredients. They rarely use adjuncts. I think the only thing they use adjuncts in is their coffee stout. Um, but yeah, no, I love that being like, someone who likes to read the can and like, know what's going on there. But at least, like I said, at least they listed the hops. Doesn't say DDH, but you know. Anyway, on the nose. Exactly how you would expect a West Coast Pilsner to smell. Picking up certain earthiness, maybe some citrusy notes, maybe a hint of like I'm definitely getting the Citra, but aside from that, maybe a hint. I mean, okay, yeah, never mind, cancel that. Definitely picking up the Citra. Definitely has that Simcoe dankness. I'm not familiar with Talus. I don't know, the characteristics of that one, but definitely very dry in the aroma. Let's give it a try. Uh, yeah, right off the bat, excellent stuff. A little more subdued than your typical West Coast Pilsner, but then again, this one's coming in at 5%. And most of the West Coast Pilsners that I've I almost said frequenting, that I've been drinking lately. Yeah, I go to these Pilsners a lot. I've been drinking lately are in the upper 5%. Um, okay, yeah. Definitely getting on the flavor at least. I'm definitely getting the woodiness. I guess that's maybe what I'm associating with the earthiness. Uh, well, I've already gotten past that part, but yeah, I'm definitely picking up like subtle floral notes. I had mentioned, it's Citra hop, so I'm definitely getting that. But yeah, I've already gotten past that. Yeah, very dank and earthy on the back end, which is what you want from something like this. You get that subtle breadiness up front, but that comes with your citrusy notes, maybe a hint of floral. Very smooth and easy drinking up until you get that dankness and that back end bitterness. Yeah, up front. Now, after a few sips, I'm definitely getting floral notes. I'm definitely getting that citrusy flavor. This all comes together very nicely. Very easy drinking, despite that back end bitterness. But then again, as I always say, the back end bitterness is what keeps you coming back for another sip, and that's why, with a 5% West Coast Pilsner, next thing you know, you're 4 beers deep. It happens so fast. I mean,
1 hour later.
Yeah, very smooth, very easy drinking, and as the taste buds acclimate, the bitterness fades, the earthiness, the dankness fades. This does not. This was in a variety pack. I think it was a special variety pack where it's all collabs. It's a New Trail variety pack. They do collabs with Human Robot, Tonewood, Old Thunder, I think, and I can't remember the other brewery, but yeah, I don't know if this one is available on its own. And New Trail, there's a lot of things. They're in PA, so they're like not close. They're like not like Philly. They're like west of Philly, so they're not that close. What? So there's a lot of things that they don't distribute to Jersey. Ooh, I know, right? But yeah, as far as I know, this one is not available on its own. It's only available in the variety pack. Everybody sit tight. I'm going to throw on the tunes for a second. I am finally going to break the seal. I'm going to slaughter the otter, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be right back. Right? Let me see. What do I got? We'll go with this one.
Oh yeah!
1 hour later.
Whew. Where was I? Oh yeah, rating. Right? Not doing plugs. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Rating. While this one is excellent, I've had way better of this style lately, and I think it comes with the flavor intensity. This one, while everything I said, the citrusy notes, the dankness, the bitterness on the back end, all of that holds true, but it's just a couple steps down in flavor intensity from the West Coast Pilsners I've been drinking lately. Notably, Hugo by Wanderback Brewworks. Hugo by Wanderback Beer Works. I mean, that one, it's got the flavor intensity, it's got the drinkability, it's got everything you want. And this one, yeah, it has everything you want, but that flavor intensity just isn't there. Did I say a number yet? I did not say a number yet. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Excellent stuff, but with Hugo and Chili Bin from Tonewood, and Italian pilsners like Pinky Ring from Neck of the Woods and Grazi from Ship Bottom. This one just falls short. Yeah, a little more flavor intensity would have maybe bumped this one up to a 4.5, 4.75, but nothing is touching Hugo or Chili Bin. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. Yeah. Sorry, Wanderback. I am not going to get to that Tonewood collab this week. I still, like I said, I'm not finishing this, but it's been a rough hour. And I'm trying to not be super hungover tomorrow. What do we got? That was an 8.2. This was a 6.8. This was a 5.7. And this is a 5. So actually, you know what? No,
1
no,
hour
no, no,
later.
no. No, 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 no. I want to wake up tomorrow not feeling foggy. You gotta understand, tomorrow morning I wake up and I have to prepare for my stream. I have to watch all the wrestling I haven't watched. I have to, you know what I mean? I have to watch a lot of YouTube and like see like if there was anything I missed and like, something that fell between the cracks. There's a lot of analysis I have to do. I even have to do some editing. I have to post some things. I was at a local wrestling show this Friday night at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. Um, yeah, this right here. I took so many videos. I've already posted some on Instagram, but I have to edit some of those. I got to post more videos. I gotta make it happen. So I don't want to be foggy in the morning. I mean, I'm probably just gonna finish this and dump that, and maybe play a game of Madden or two, and then pass out. But like, it's I don't prepare for this live stream at all. The only preparation is like, cool, you got a sample? And then I don't even have to say that most of the time. Like, the nature of my work, salespeople come in with samples. The only real preparation I have to do is like, a shower and like look presentable and, set up. I do a lot of research, right? I do a lot of research for BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. I put a lot of my extra time, my free time. My boss always says, You work 8 hours a day. You sleep 8 hours a day. What do you do with the time that's left over?
1 hour later.
And his answer is, you should be working toward making money. You should be doing whatever you can extra to like work toward your long-term goals and make money. And my answer is usually like, I don't know, play video games, stream. But on Sundays, that's the time when I just, everything I have goes into getting ready for the show. That was that picture. Put that back up. Put that back up. Not that. No. Yes, that. Yes. So that picture was taken after last Saturday night's stream, I believe. No. After last Friday night's stream, and I use a lot of AI, so that I was taking that picture to make an AI. Yes, to get that. But I'm so in love with those pictures, and I pop every time I see them. That one, yeah. I've let myself go a little bit. I know, Rick. I know. I'm sorry. I've let myself go a little bit since I won that title. With the Danger Ginger, my mystery partner that night. Yeah. My regular tag team partner got injured that night, and so I had a mystery partner that we announced, and DG ran in and just pummeled everybody. I just sat there. I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go. I was reaching for the tag, and he was just like laying dudes out. It was crazy, man. Man, that match. The footage got corrupted too. It's so disappointing. Like, yeah, I was trying to pull that from the records, and the footage got corrupted. But we're both retired now. There's a chance I could. There's a chance I could come out of retirement, but we take the right amount of money. Yeah, this is really good, but it just makes me want a Hugo or a Chili Bin. Not Hugo. This Chili Bin is a different, although it's a very similar style and it has very similar properties. Chili Bin and Hugo are like two sides of the same coin. And this one doesn't make me want a Chili Bin. This one makes me want a Hugo. And Hugo's the more expensive six pack, by the way. It's not a price thing. It's if you're a craft beer drinker, you pay for quality, not quantity. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I was getting at there. My beard feels nice. I forgot I shampooed it tonight. Does it look better? Does it look? Yeah, this thing is so gone in the next couple of days. I mean, I'm not gonna like clean shave, but I can't. Like if I'm at work and I like scratch my face, I look down and I'm like, oh wow, it's snowing. Like this thing is just getting ridiculous, and it's too much to maintain. I know Last Beer, who comments on this stream and commented way earlier tonight. I doubt he's watching at the moment. He's got a giant beard. Maybe not giant, but way bigger than mine. And I'm just like, and it's so trimmed and maintained. And I'm just like, Doug, you got way more patience than me. Yeah. Maybe I'll get rid of this thing, or maybe I'll lean into the whole Santa Claus thing. Or like, I mean, I could like bleach my hair and maybe maybe throw a pillow inside my shirt, But no, I got some years before I'm playing Santa Claus. I got to get there. I wouldn't be a very convincing Santa Claus at this point. I mean, I just got to get there. This reminds me of like when I was like 15 and I was like, all I want is a driver's license. Well, all I want is to be Santa Claus. I just got to get there. I just got to wait. I just got to let time do its thing. If Thomas Metal is still watching, check your Facebook messages. All right. This stream is broken down into nonsense.
Oh yeah.
I'm too inebriated at this point to drink another beer. Not that I'm like hammered or anything, but let's just say if I had another beer, I wouldn't be giving it the quality of I wouldn't be giving it the attention it deserved. So next week we have next Saturday, because I will be busy this Friday and next Friday. We have New Trails collab with Tonewood. It's a hazy IPA. Oh, come on. Weak. And maybe a couple others from that variety pack. Man. The 9.5% coffee stout is something that definitely interested me and that I want to do on stream, as well as the hazy double IPA. But yeah, besides those, it just depends on what salespeople come and drop off samples. If any of y'all salespeople are listening or watching, yeah, man, THC samples, RTDs, beers, whatever it is, come on and drop them off, and you'll see them next Saturday. All right, yeah. Well, let me save one for the cheers, but all right. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend, and hope this stream didn't ruin it too much. I hope to see everybody tomorrow on BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, episode 52.
49.
I'm in the future. I'm already thinking ahead. I'm already there. Yeah, that's right. We didn't hit 50 yet. Yeah. What threw me off is I thought we started Twitch at 50, but that was just an idea. We ended up starting Twitch earlier. So yeah, if you're on Twitch, check it out. YouTube, check it out. BJ and DG Talk Wrestling every Sunday night. If you follow me on my socials, you can find it through there. Yeah, everybody drive safe, tip your bartenders, and have a good night. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers.